Good evening. Welcome to Pathologic. Everything looks like it is working. So last time we were on this, we finished Daniel Dinkowski's run. So we're starting a fresh run now where we will play as the Haruspecs, Artemy Burakh. I know basically just what's been covered in the HBomberGuy video, so I understand mechanically a little bit what's happening right at the start, and otherwise, no idea. So we'll see what happens as we go. I am looking forward to learning all about things Daniel didn't get a chance to learn about at all. I am hoping Capella makes more sense. Meeting characters we never met before should be fun. So it will be lots of new stuff. Alright, with that, I'm gonna turn on the game audio. Alrighty. New game.
So, it's all about trickery to you? Wherever have you come from?
No. I detest trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied.
Thank you for the 9 months in RSD.
Well, a muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed. So it's not real for now? I don't think it has started yet.
Does it matter what it's made of? It's definitely struggling. We need to perform Sectio Transversalis. Cut the wall. There's no other way out. What else is there to do?
I know what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not giving life. You will inevitably do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well. But there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that. You're full of hate. Stuffed or not, it's breathing. I can hear it. It can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
That's the first time through. It's interesting. It's almost like they're talking about the ending the whole time. Changeling is now an option, but we will play the Haruspecs. How do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a warden kin, known by their hands, for they are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons? they who will follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak to Odurgs, they who know the secret art of haruspicy. What is a harusphex? Reading the future in the entrails, he knows that a body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A harusphex that can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A harusphex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process.
Artemy Burakh is coming back to his hometown after an absence of 10 years. Born to a family endowed with a caste right to cut living beings open, he was preparing himself for this line of work since childhood. Artemy's father, Isidore Burakh, a wise man and philosopher well respected by the locals, had admitted to the limits of traditional knowledge and sent his son off to study modern medicine in the academy. Artemy has been traveling from town to town, learning theoretical and practical surgery for several years now. Suddenly, a mysterious letter appears with his father giving him notice of his impending demise and begging Artemy to return and accept succession. Unwilling to wait for a regular freight train, Artemy follows the rails through the steppe until he's caught up with by a small shunt locomotive. This is how young harusphex arrives in the town.
So we just got back to town, got stabbed a bunch, and killed several men. From this point forward, I am the eldest member of the Burakh family, a Menku. I am the heir to my father, Isidore Burakh, a warden of the kin, the supreme Menku of many years. The inheritance of my father will nourish my mind and my body alike. It is a question of life and death for me to claim it, for it will imbue my dissolute existence with reason. I am one of the Menku, those who know the lines, those who open up the body, those who link the earthly to the under-earth. The duty of the Menku is to serve the children of Bodho, to interpret coincidence, to point out decisions informed by wisdom. The very reason of my existence is to carry out this duty. Who will I become if I fail to bind my destiny with my father's calling? Day 1 in which the harusphex turns from a rightful heir to a dangerous criminal. Okay, it is morning. Well, several organs and blood, and I did get a knife there, so that's good. Tourniquet for my wounds. Good, good. Just the two? Knife ready. Save 1. A letter concerning the inheritance. Artemy, my son, I am at my deathbed. Before I die, I need to speak to you with regard to your future, and to pass to you whatever meager property I have. I must warn you that I had to participate in some mysterious, and as my expertise suggests, unfortunate events. I took an enormous responsibility upon myself. I am no longer my own master. Therefore, if you choose to reject my inheritance with what obligations it entails, I will understand your choice and will not begrudge you that. I don't have much time left. Please make haste. I want to see you one last time. What a pity I did not spend more time with you while I still could. Your loving father, Isidore Burakh. P.S. If you don't make it while I am still alive, go straight to Vlad Olgimsky. He will accommodate you and inform you of my latest affairs in as much detail as he is able to. It's just the 2 bodies. Hello, boys. So, Burakh, you're almost dead. Got a few more minutes left to live. I'm here to solemnly announce that. Not much can be done on such short notice. You've been hit on the head several times, and the locals have heavy fists. Not sure you've noticed already, but you've got 4 stab wounds, one of them seemingly rather grievous. Massive blood loss, too. The local climate doesn't allow for too much strain. Any heart conditions? Some. My heart is a bit too soft. Well, your health is in a sorry state. Am I wrong to suspect you haven't eaten for a couple of days, had no sleep last night? Your expression betrays you. Your hunger and exhaustion are also critical. I wonder which of these unfortunate afflictions will become the end of you first. So what's your plan? What do you recommend? You'll need a first aid kit to restore your health, or at least some bandages or tourniquets. They'll stop the bleeding. Painkillers would help you make it even further. Where do I get them? You can mug the passers-by, or barter with them. Children will gladly trade most valuable things in exchange for what the others consider junk. Moreover, our drunkards usually have bandages on them. When you're a drunk, it makes sense to always be prepared for a fight. When they're hungover, however, they'd sell their own sister for a bottle of water. Water is scarce here. Is that enough to make it to the evening? You're also hungry, aren't you? Very hungry. You don't have to mug people to sate your hunger. Food can be found in shops, although your reputation would preclude you from enjoying their hospitality. On the other hand, a whole warehouse of meat was robbed yesterday when it was unlocked for shipping procedures. How do I find it? It's still unlocked and unguarded. You won't miss it. The warehouses are within a stone's throw from here. They also serve as a lovely shelter for the at-odds-with-the-law crowd, by the way. You've got that in common, so they'll most likely welcome you. Will you make it to the warehouses? To be honest, I'm dreadfully tired. If any of the noble townspeople trust you enough, you can always sleep at their place. Just remember that you're an outlaw for now. The only person who believes you is Vlad Olgimsky. I'll show you where he lives. You can get some sleep at his mansion. Don't forget to apply bandages before that, unless dying in your sleep is the career opportunity of your choice, that is. Thank you. Be careful. Dodge strangers. They're afraid of you now and will attack you in a heartbeat. Don't trust anyone. Speak to my fellow executor. He wanted to have a word with you too. Okay. Go to Vlad. Welcome to your hometown, Warden. It's been a long time since you've been here. You probably don't even remember the spicy odor of the twire in the air. Yeah, do you know why you were attacked? Maybe we'll come to understand Vlad in some way. I doubt it, but, you know. If I want to live to tomorrow, I don't know, this might be a beggars choosers situation. No. You've been mistaken for another person. They're looking for a murderer. A very important and well-respected man was killed last night. The townsfolk loved the deceased more fervently than some children love their fathers. Don't be too hard on them for their outburst. I'll have to mix with them somehow, though. They are naive. In towns like this, reputation is everything. Books are judged by their covers here, even after the last page is turned. No one is going to examine you in detail. A minor rumor here, a gossip there, and you're a public enemy already. You've got zero reputation. The only option available to you is living with the consequences of this. What should I do? Restore your reputation. Do that now, and at any other time it becomes too low. People are foolish and weak. One day you're beaten to a pulp and laughed at, and next you're worshipped. As for the third day, well, I think you caught my drift. What I'm saying is, any misdeed can be atoned for, and you'll be loved just as fervently as you were hated. How do I restore my reputation? Do good deeds. The town is small, rumors spread like a fire, growing 100-fold in the process. And they're spread by children, too, so your reputation will be restored. Just don't be wasteful with it. It's fragile. What makes it low? The decrease of your reputation depends first and foremost on the number of living beings you've made less than living. It also depends on how you influence the people whose fates are bound to yours. You'll meet those special people. They're called the Bound sometimes. A silly custom, but a useful one. Special people. 30 or so, each of them possessing their own unique traits. All of them hate one another. All of them are habitual liars. All of them deserve to live. Yet some of them are incompatible. Someone has to die so that another may live. Do you know what that means? How will I recognize these people? That's not hard. They're striking personalities, locally famous, even though not all of them are of noble descent. Beggars, outcasts, little children even. Bound to be a bit closer to perfection than the common crowd. I see. Thanks for the advice. Well, there's a bunch of dudes. They're clearly there to chase me. So we're just gonna avoid them and go straight for the warehouses, I think. Yeah, there's like 5 dudes right there. No, thank you. Hunger's okay for the moment, although I am gonna get tired before the end of the day. Okay, with where I am, I assume these are the warehouses he was talking about, but these are also the warehouses. Do I just pop into Bad Griefs on my way? It seems reasonable.
That doctor's quick on the draw, eh? Shot someone already. I can spot a jailbird a mile away.
You look like a man not to be picked on, don't you? Heh. We'll do some rookin' and swindling here and there, we will, but let's not be enemies. Thieving's more honorable than killing anyway, if you ask me. You must hold a different opinion, though, eh? Who are you? Ain't they be telling you about good old Bad Grief? Kingpin, the king of thieves. Stockman in chief, the smuggling master. Well, the robberings are there too. So that's how it is. Well, that's me. Welcome to our lair. We're up to some smuggling, we are, so everything's that prohibited you can find here in great supply. You be careful though, big man. Buying stuff off us harms you in a way. If anyone finds out, they won't trust you anymore. Thanks Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, I sleep when I'm dead.
I know who you are. It's not like I have a choice. Line of trade like this, man doesn't have no rights to miss out on anything fundamental. Some turmoil that was, eh? Those who got away from you ran past us, you see. Asked me if you were one of our lot. Nope, I said. So they warned me you'd come. They'll warn those who greet them the next pit stop, too. I got it. That's why there were only 2 bodies. A couple of guys ran away. I agree. Bad Grief is the most open and honest person in the entire town. It's a damn mess. They mistook me for someone else. Oh, don't you fuss. You got yourself into the town from the right side. Scum and villains here. Villains and scum. Shady folk living by the warehouses since the world began. Us lot. We are used to the murderins, robberins, muggerins, killerins, and the like. So your gang is not the only one here. Ah, if only. One heart bomb there is, one and only, is we're the strongest. Officially, we ain't no thieves, but rather humble storekeepers. But there is new blood, too. Someone's hired them doggies to guard their stuff, and no way they ain't got sticky fingers. Well, that's their business, not mine. But the boys, them little punks, those are on the rise. How could a man have guessed? What boys are you talking about? Some whippersnappers used to play around here. We didn't touch the lot. Why would we? They're small fish, tiny fish. A cuff on the nape and a kick in the butt to shoo them away from here were enough. But they went on ganging. Got themselves a real fighting unit. Real dogs. Snappish, too. Getting on our nerves quite a bit. I was patient with them for a while. But now they're trying to get their hands on my goods. That I won't stand not for a moment. Enough. I'm going to declare war on them. I'll start with one of them, the cockiest one. Take care of him first. They had this traitor of theirs ratting him out to us. Little punk was afraid for his life. But now the prick's turned on everyone. Both them lot and us. Poisoned one of my thieves, took the stash and ran off into the steppe, that son of a bitch. We went looking for him. Couldn't find him in the dark. So, would you help us with him? If you meet him somehow, could you just end him? We'll do you good back, do you favors and the like. I don't kill for money.
That doctor is quick on the draw, eh? Shot someone already. I can spot a jailbird a mile away.
So I am unwelcome here. How do I explain that I had nothing to do with it? Hey, old boy, you stirred the town, you have. Heavens know how many folks you've offed, they say. But them blockheads weren't after you in the first place, so you only have to drop a word or two, no go round believing it all. They got themselves a new target already. They're after some bitch now, shapeshifter dire and grim. So everything that's wrong is her doing now, even the wrongs you've done for real. But I'm still a target, aren't I? They'll leave you alone soon, they will. Our lot says there's just one of them folks from the station that ain't dead yet. Just one guy to describe your features. He'll die soon enough, too. Crawled to the cemetery already, and there he lies now, all a-bleeding. Ain't you a tough guy? If he were to die, there'd be no one left to call you murderer. That I can tell you for sure. Where's the cemetery? All around us, cemetery is. Go wherever you will. All right, I'll show you. There's a lodge there, a keeper's lodge. Ask for a blessed girl. Daughter of the caretaker, may he rest in peace. She'll tell you the who's and where's, a kind soul that she is. Thank you, I'll consider it. Interesting, that is not a quest of any kind. Certainly not a letter of any kind. But last one of the people who ambushed me at the station is dying in the cemetery lodge. I would like to go convince him. Wondering if I I should go do that first. Make crossing through town easier. I should probably also ask Bad Grief where the snitch kid is. Maybe I deal with him, maybe I don't. Maybe I find an extra option, but as it is, information's good.
Feels like my stitches are popping.
How do we get to the warehouse where the boys play? What'd you need that for? I'll ask them about that trader of yours. Really? Oh, fine. I've got nothing to hide from you. Impossible to hide anything around here anyway. I'll show you the place. It's in the southern part of the warehouses. Just you get past the railroad. Maybe they'll let you in. Okay. Right here is where the group of guys was. That's where the orphans are, so we can stop in there first. Seems easy enough.
That doctor is quick on the draw, eh? Shot someone already. I can spot a jailbird a mile away.
What's the news in the town? There are a lot of things going on left and right, there are. I got this feeling we're gonna have a heavy day today. Lots of stuff happening. Depends on what you're looking for. What's your deal? I can use some weapons. Oh! Well, I've got word there's an ambush at the station again. There ain't no common folks this time. There's some stronger meat there. Brigands and thugs. Armed, by the way. Wanna meet them? Man, go for you. May put you 6 feet under. Interesting. How long will they be there? I don't know. I didn't send them there. Tried to talk them out of it even. So it ain't my trouble if they come around complaining. You catch my drift? I see what you're getting at. Thank you. Okay. So if I take out a band of thugs, I may get better weapons. Interesting. Still no quests of any kind. Anything else, Grief? You've been very useful. He does not want the organs. Bring us 50. I do have painkillers on me. I've got Miradorm and morphine, so that's not so bad. Is the knife in good condition? Can't tell from here. I can afford an additional knife, but basically nothing else. Liver. Human liver. Extracting organs from a human body is seen as a horrible blasphemy in the local tribal community. Only the Menku are allowed to do this because they have an ancestral right to cut living bodies. However, some gatherers and also the hunchback from the Atrium district would be willing to trade for something this rare. Gatherers would be the Adong. Same description on every organ. Same with the blood. Okay. Honestly, expected there to be someone out to kill me right away as soon as I left. Ooh. Hey there, dude. Gonna give you a little rope of dope. Hello, Propane Panda. Welcome. We've been framed for murder. And so we punched a couple dudes to death about it. Building on my left, it cannot possibly be the door up the stairs, could it? The club music's because I'm being chased. That's what that's about. Shoot. Ow. Thank you for the 9 months, Propane Panda. I appreciate it. All right.
That big city doctor is no wimp. A dangerous type.
New face in our society. Fighter? A doctor. A doctor? Gee, we got a doctor already. Quite unexpectedly, too. You haven't had one like me.
I see double or something.
You're not one of Grief's men, are you? Who's this Grief? Bad Grief is the kingpin of the criminal world. He has a lair in the northern warehouses where he trades in weapons, twirine, and other nastiness. Every murderer and criminal has a connection to him one way or another. That's the way it goes here. That's why I'm asking you again. Were you on your way to him or not? Do I look like a criminal to you? Some people came running through the warehouses a few minutes ago. They told everyone that a horrible killer, the whole town's apparently already out to get him, has tried to escape by train, got ambushed, killed everyone, who's now going back here. So now I'm thinking, are they perhaps talking about you? It was self-defense. They mistook me for someone else. Okay then. You do look like you've been through a lot. We'd like to help you, but we've been robbed too. And, as bad luck would have it, it's the medicine that's been snatched. Leica, that bastard. He's a traitor, a thief, a thug, and a prick. Who are you talking about? Leica, name fits. Prick's a natural-born bootlicker. Can't even figure out who he's sold to. Thieves, the dogheads. He stole the most precious thing from us, from his mates, the bastard. And on top of that, he's done it right when a war's about to start. A war? War with the dogheads. That stinking bastard, that heartless, soulless little rat. Stole the most precious thing we owned, murdered a friend, ran over to the enemy's side. We used to think he was one of us. Was he pretending all along? He deserves to die, to be killed. Where is he now? He's probably with his thieving buddies. First he hid in the step, and then he just vanished. Probably took a roundabout to evade us. We lost him near the Barrow. Then we had to run away because the thieves appeared all of a sudden. If you find the bastard, do cut him into pieces, please. You mean to kill him? Yes. Bastard doesn't deserve to live anymore. I'll give you my revolver as a gift then. One thing though, if he's with a dog, don't touch it. One must never hurt dogs. Alright, I'll have a chat with him if I find him. That is on the way to the cemetery. That is a side quest. We left for 10 years.
Murder, they say. Damn.
Okay. I gotta get to the cemetery, and maybe I can use my tourniquets on the wounded guy, and he'll start telling people I'm alright. That's my plan. Already? Can I get like a second, please? Ah! Shoot. Ow. I don't know that they were particularly good jukes, but I tried. So, Propane Panda, what you missed, as soon as we got off the train, we were attacked and stabbed because they were looking for a murderer and they thought it was me for some reason. We killed a couple of guys, took their organs. Apparently at least one guy got away and ran towards the cemetery where he's bleeding out. I was told by Bad Grief, if I kill him, nobody else will be there to tell anyone how bad I am. Also, the only person in town who believes I'm a good person is apparently Vlad Olgimsky. Big Vlad. My plan right now is to just not kill the random townsmen that are chasing me everywhere. Although I'm not sure I could beat them in a fight. Although, at least their punches aren't too bad. Grace? Yep. That's a guy I fucked up.
I've been forgotten here. So now my side is all damp.
You look like a person whose heart is burdened with the weight of a great, sorrowful loss. What's your name? My name is Artemy Burakh. My name is Grace. I look after the dead. A lovely name.
He is ruthless. That man with the snakeskin coat. He doesn't know compassion.
I think she's the first character whose voice actress is using a Russian accent. I was thrown, briefly. Why have you come? Who is this? Don't finish him off, please. This is the man that tried to kill you. One of those who assaulted you at the station. He says it was you who crippled him. He will die soon enough anyway. He's got so little blood left. You let him be? Really? Should I maybe tend to his wounds and sing him a lullaby? Who do you want to? Oh, that's wonderful. He's lost a lot of blood, see? He needs more. I'd share mine with him, but it's poisoned, and I've got too little of it, too. So I can't give mine away. Is there anyone here that can perform a blood transfusion? I've heard of a terrible man trading in blood in the stone yard. He is a usurer, but he takes blood too. He has the skills. Want me to show you where he lives? Okay, have it your way. I'll pay him a visit. The hunchback from the stone yard is selling donor blood. It's a mystery how they're handling transfusions. Okay. That's completely back and forth across town. That is also a side quest, which I'm not surprised. I'm not going to get my main quest till I talk to Vlad. I have a couple of vials of blood from the guys who killed me, but I assume I can't use that. It wasn't taken cleanly. Grace, you got anything else?
It's chilly here. Very chilly.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of new guests oh so soon. One of them I will put by the wall. 3 more over the hill. Space is aplenty on the far side. There isn't enough space for a single man here, let alone more. If I click on him, what happens? Nothing. Okay. This is the same Pathologic game, Bingo Bard. How are you doing? There will probably be nobody between me and Doghead. That's all right. I'm glad you dropped in. I appreciate it. Thank you, Propane Panda, for that gifted sub to Bingo Bard. Feel free to use those bear emotes wherever you'd like. Alright. I keep quick saving. I'm quick saving every 3 minutes. There's a bunch of cows here. Nice. Okay. Alright. You're the gang snitch child who wears a dog mask. Who are ya? What's your business here? Gathering twire, are ya? Are you human? Rawr! No human and I! What does it look like? I've really got a dog's head? Jokes aside, kid, I've got bad news. Oh, really? You're in cahoots with them too, then? No way. So who sent you? Someone who's very unhappy with you. They want your blood. Are they nuts? Why are they bullying me? I did some snooping here and there. So what? So I did do some double agenting. Ugh, I'm done. I don't want to rat out the soul in a house to the thieves. I don't want to rat out the thieves to the soul in a house. I'm the only sensible person around here. Why do they want you dead? This is your last chance. I don't like traitors. Hey, that's nothing. Nothing at all. So I took something. It's common property, right? So it's mine. It's mine too. They'd have slang-wanged over the schmelter anyway. You could say I did them a favor, so I hurt the doggy. True, but in self-defense, nothing more. One's right to defend himself is sacred, right? Can't argue with you there. Have mercy on me, good man. He who saves a life will be rewarded. I just can't tell you what they want me dead for. Make me feel real bad. But I won't do it anymore. Yeah, Bingo Bard, there are 3 main characters to the game. They all play through the same 12 days. The other characters are in the town as well, so I can run into them. I am going to try to not kill the child. I'm going to tell him to just get out of here, and maybe everyone will leave him alone, even though he just admitted to having a schmouter, which will cure the plague. But Artemy doesn't know that. We'll roleplay a little bit. I'm sure everything will be fine. The hell's my reputation? Kinda left my quest just undone, though. Maybe if I check back in. Thank you, Bingo Bard. Have a good one. Maybe if I check back in with Notkin and Bad Grief. Let them know they're not going to see him anymore. Everything's fine. I'm going to head to Vlad first. If we go to Vlad, then the Hunchback. Maybe we hit them on the way back. That's the plan. Somehow I don't think my reputation is good enough that people aren't going to just attack me yet. Yep, Doghead lives again. Has to kill him now. Oh, I was hoping there was gonna be nobody by these. Actually, is this the building with the meat? What's the way in? I'm becoming exhausted. First trash can, empty. That is locked. That's no good. Okay. It occurred to me that supposedly one of these is open with meat in it I can get. Apparently it's none of this. Okay. Apparently I just don't know what I'm looking for. Great. Good. Fantastic. Just trying to remember what warehouse Artemy usually skulked in the other playthroughs, and I can't remember. Okay, we're entering a populated area. There's a lot of guys on this bridge. There's a lot of guys on this bridge. I really need to cross this bridge. Nope, okay, they're coming. Okay. The women seem to not care, but the guys... That is locked? Glad you are wealthy and powerful. Can you call off the manhunt? That's what I want. This is Big Vlad's house. There are 5 dudes chasing me now. Okay, I'm gonna step in here. We'll see Capella. Reset things, because there is a tragedian outside of Olgimski's house, and I don't know what that means.
Father has been avoiding me lately. Strange.
Who are you? Why are you covered in blood? I am Artemy Burakh, son and heir to Isidore Burakh. So it's you, Artemy Burakh, the Haruspecs? We have long been waiting for you. I am Victoria. My father is Vladislav Olgimski. My friends call me Capella. Will we be friends? Of course we will. Well, at least I hope so. Do you believe in premonitions? What about precognition? Never encountered anything of the kind. I have a feeling that in less than 2 weeks, our world will collapse and be reborn in a new form. I will have to create new life and sacrifice myself for future's sake. Will you help me with that? Just out the gate with the endgame stuff. I'd be happy to help. Need a friend.
This bachelor isn't that smart. Intelligent, yes, but not smart. The killer will get to him before he gets to the bottom of this.
Speak with my father first. He lives next door. Can I have a rest here? Of course! Here's a bed. Just lie down and sleep to your heart's content. Thank you, Victoria. Okay, I can use Capella's bed. That is good news. Now that nobody is chasing me, why are you here? Are you Big Vlad, the owner of this house? Do I look like him? In all honesty, absolutely not. I just thought you may represent him. What do you want? I'm but a poor postman, you see, tasked with delivering a letter of utter importance, yet I was told he would only be here at 11. Does this letter by any chance refer to one Burakh? I haven't read it. Yes, you have. You're such a lousy liar, even a mask can't conceal that. Okay, all right. No, the letter refers to one Bachelor Dekovsky, who's come to the town for personal reasons, but will soon take on the responsibility of dealing with Simon Kane's mysterious murder. As if my life wasn't fun enough. He won't be here till 11. I have 2 hours before I can even talk to Vlad. Takes forever. How much longer do I have to wait? It's starting to get dark around 7 here, you know? Yes, that's what September is like in the north. Okay, fine. We go to the Hunchback. I have not been diligent about keeping my eyes out for trash cans. I need to do that. Here's the theater. So many people. Oh my goodness, I forgot how many people are in the town when it's not overrun by plague. Okay. What are the odds there's anything in here that I can just take as extra resources, please? That gets 2 coins. I don't hear any sad noises. Two walnuts and a whole fresh fish. Fresh fish is good. Extra current tourniquet. Okay. Can't open this door. Okay. Don't mind me, just reading all the cabinets. Hey, Var! Your face looks familiar. I resemble my father is all. You don't look too good. Got smacked around a bit, hey? I need blood, Hunchback. Spent too much of your personal reserves? Ain't no blood here. Go ahead and find some morons to give you theirs. I'm not asking for myself. I told you, ain't no blood. Could take some from you, but you're not gonna survive that. You gotta get up to some healing or bring me someone fresher. You're right, I don't feel too good. You have any medicine? Who were you fighting? You unlucky creature? Got ambushed or something? So I was attacked by 5 men. Go and dig your nose into them drawers. I'll find something Hey, what the hump are they doing? No mercy in them for anyone anymore. Go about breaking people like sticks, ready to slash anyone in the spur of the moment, those rabid demons. Okay, I need to rest with drugs to heal so that I can survive having my blood drawn. I believe there was a bed downstairs. A bed that I cannot use. Okay, I go back to Capella's. I take some Miradorm. I nap. Then I talk to Big Vlad. I have wasted my time coming here. Yep, just chase me. Just chase me, it's fine. Down the hill. Thanks. Mostly, I'm just upset about how much time I've wasted running back and forth. I've lost like an hour. And basically, I'm going to gamble on this rest, but I will heal enough to be able to have my own blood drawn, and also not lose too much time healing and resting, that I won't be able to get everything else done today. Everything else that I don't know what it is. We can probably spare a 5-hour nap. That's my guess. Might be wrong about that. Okay. Kind of like in the way. Appreciate it. Miradorm and morphine, which do I want? Morphine lasts for 10 hours. Miradorm is 5. Before I do that, let me eat. So I got that fish. Okay, I'm slightly over half health. And Ruben has sent me... No, I have a letter about Ruben. Stock Ruben, your childhood friend and the most faithful student of your father, has sworn to kill you as he learned that you murdered your father, his master, over an inheritance dispute. Beware of this man. He is blinded by fury, despair, desire of vengeance, and self-righteousness. He is very dangerous. At your service, benefactors. Who are my benefactors? Alright, I'm hoping that's enough health that I'll be fine. Big Vlad should be here now. It is 3:30.
Yes?
I guess I know who stands before me. I know of your tragedy, my boy. I am Vladislav Olgimsky, Booze. You probably don't remember me. I am wholly at your disposal. Somehow I didn't expect you to be so young. I didn't expect you to still be alive. Come now. I'm not rushing to an early grave, but I'm happy you have found me. Know that you have found a friend. You can count on our family for any kind of assistance. Were you expecting me? I was, for a while. A lady whose intuition can be trusted has told me you were to come any day now, but we'll talk about that later. Well met, Artemy Burakh. I'm the eldest of our family now. You may call me Haruspex or Warden.
What?
Artemy Burakh. Yes, Isidor's death is a terrible loss. Terrible. Just like your looks. But please forgive this old man his poor manners. It's hard for me to tell you that the death of your beloved father is most likely just the beginning of your misfortunes, Master Burakh. Some bastards attacked me as soon as I got off the train. Yes, I've heard already. Those bastards, however, weren't looking for the person who got off the train, but rather for someone planning to board it. They were after a murderer, you see, the one who caused a lot of problems already. A lot. They say your father's death is the murderer's doing too, eh? My father's been murdered. There is a theory, a weird death. He was ready for it, though, wasn't he? He did let you know beforehand, and then he died precisely that night. Well, the fear's greater than the reason for it, you know. Pray tell, why would anyone examine the evidence now? It's so much easier to just tear apart the troublemaker. You, that is. What do I have to do with the murder? I've only just arrived. The men at the station mistook you for the murderer. Problem is, now they're broadcasting your features to anyone who would listen. You do stand out, you know. And mass hysteria is an excellent environment for rash accusations, coupled with the questionable visions of a certain influential lady. Did Katerina peg me as the killer? Yes, frick. What lady? A well-respected one. Do you remember the Sabarovs? I doubt that. Katerina isn't that much older than you. Katerina, Alexander Sabarov's wife. She has extraordinary talents, precognitive, dare I say. No one questions them. That much is certain. Did she foresee me coming? Not only that, she foresaw many horrors related to you, but it's all very vague, and, you know, compared to my deceased wife, Katerina's talents are, to put it mildly, controversial. But they're enough for the commoners to identify you, and... So what, am I a suspect for the whole town? A suspect? No, I wish. It's not a suspicion. There's not a shade of doubt. They're positive it was you, my dear Master Burakh. You are being hunted, and until panic settles down, please do consider their proof irrefutable. Those who have been left lying by the station are self-explanatory, too. What am I being accused of? First of all, the deaths that you are actually to blame for. With self-defense, perhaps, but you can't prove that right now. That's a minor problem anyway. Secondly, the murder of this town's leader, Simon Kane. Now that is more serious. Tangled mess of interests and parties. And thirdly, you've been accused of killing your father, Isidore. Patricide, killing my father? This is horseshit. It's all one big mess, one big knot. You have to see that. It's not like the mob is looking for two separate murderers, really. The patterns feel similar, the circumstances. And by the way, Isidore and Simon had met the day before. What can I say? One thing leads to another. It's not like they've got the time to reflect upon the situation thoughtfully. They're in a hurry to catch the bad guy. Well, the bad guy's still here. I only just arrived on a switch engine. Pray tell, and who was the engine driver, huh? Don't rack your brains, you won't remember, but I will. The station, after all, is my domain. Alright, that answers our question. We've been wondering for a while, what does Vlad actually bring to the meat industry? He's the train station. He owns the train station. He won't testify to your alibi. A half-human that he is, deaf and dumb, too. Nobody knows how long you had been hiding in the town, having secretly arrived. The seer had spoken of it beforehand. I wouldn't wish all this on my worst enemy. The leader's death has stirred the townsfolk up, and the Canes are willing to take drastic measures now. You don't want to make those hawks angry. Patricide is a blasphemous crime, and you're yet to clear those accusations up. As for now, you're an outlaw. How can I remedy the situation? You'll have to restore your good name. The townsfolk are simple-minded here, hard-fisted but kind-hearted. Popular choices and deeds can erase and rewrite your past more than once. No one will remember what you've done before that. Just please refrain from killing. We have a tight community here. Everything happens in the public eye. I believe in self-defense. Those poor creatures in the streets are really not to blame. Don't be too harsh on them. For the first time in many years, they've got an opportunity to witness absolute evil. They will come to their senses in due time. Meanwhile, you need to come into your inheritance, don't you? That means you need to free yourself from accusations first, eh? Yes. My word won't be enough. Everyone's squabbling. We'll probably see foul play in this. That's what I think. Kanes have commissioned a peculiar man to handle Simon's case. A bachelor of medicine. He'd come a long way here, and just in time, too. As though it was meant to be like this. He's the one searching for the murderer for them. So you suggest I meet him? He's quite quick on the draw, they say. If only you could find him before he finds you. He won't shoot you straight away then, perhaps. Meanwhile, I'll be doing everything I can to aid you. It would have been so much better if you could just lay low for a while, but they'll come for you here soon, I'm afraid. Alright, I'll speak to this bachelor. Just wait till the evening, please. Right now he is also confused, so he'll shoot first and ask questions later, and just, please, do your best not to break more bones. Do not attack random people in the street, just go easy on them and work on gradually restoring your good name. Also, go see my daughter right now. She's a good girl and she's got something to tell you. Take any well-minded advice. Alright, that's the main quest. Daniel would shoot Artemy because he thinks Artemy killed Simon, who's the key to the Fanatica. Daniel is angry.
This bachelor isn't that smart. Intelligent, yes, but not smart. The killer will get to him before he gets to the bottom of this.
You are a victim of a terrible mistake, yet there is something I want to reveal to you. It will help you reestablish your good reputation. I'll give you a few names. All of them belong to children. Don't judge them by their age. Some of them may be of invaluable help to you. Is that so? It is. All of them have been seeing Isidore quite often lately. Maybe some of them can even surmise who the real killer is, and the rest know for a fact that you are innocent. They are bound, and so accusing a person of patricide would be unnatural to them, even if the evidence is obvious. Well, I'm happy to hear that. They can help you find out how your father spent his last evening. I know that he went off into the steppe for a very long time and came back very late last night. That's when the children went to see the old man in secret. What for? Do you know why their relationship with your father has grown tighter recently? No idea. The reason is quite sad. These children, my friends and faithful aides, are going to die soon. Are they terminally ill? No, but you must believe me. Your father has done so without hesitation. And do you know that he was a clever and suspicious man? He kept checking if anything was wrong with the kids every day. That's just how their line of fortune goes. They're more likely to die than to live. Did my father know beforehand he would die for the same reason? I don't know. How do you know about it then? Precognition. Not only mine, though. All of us agree on this. So did your father, and Simon. It's still so hard for me to speak about them in the past tense. Maria, too. Katerina, even. Everyone agrees. Please take care of them like your father did. They must live. Simon and Isidore died, so they too must be on the brink. What can I do for them? Just keep them in mind. If you ever hold their lines of fortune in your hand, please do not let them go. You're also not a common man, you know. You are your father's son. Is that so? Whatever happens, these people must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They may well hold the keys to my victory in their hands. Murky, Sticky, Notkin, Grace, Capella, Taichik, and Khan. Anything else?
Yes?
Who can I talk to regardless of my reputation? Khan won't be of any help. However, Sticky is probably hanging around the back streets. I haven't heard from Taya in quite a while. Have you by any chance met Grace already, the sweet girl? I have. What about the boy called Notkin, then? Met him, too. He is so very brave, and a faithful friend, too. He won't ever care for gossip and slander. If he comes to love and respect you, Notkin would always come to your aid and be willing to die by your side, even if the whole world was against you. He would never betray a friend. Get to know him. Okay. Now for the Hunchback. Artie is for the kids. There should be fewer people in the streets as the evening gets on. It just also means I'm running out of time. Do this blood transfusion and then immediately hit the stores for as much food and other supplies as I can get my hands on. Transfusion will not be medically accurate. I'm getting my blood drawn on the other side of town, and then I'm going to run it over and do it in the middle of a morgue. I need blood right now. Sure, care to give away some of your own? I'll pack it for you. I will, that's why I came here. Cool. I took a quarter of my health. But I now have blood. Transfusion blood. Hey, will you buy these organs off me? Organs for a bandage. You know what? The regular blood transfers as well, so we'll sell all of those for 2 bandages. Thanks. Using some of those. Okay. I guess we talk to young Vlad on the way. Young Vlad, Bad Grief and Notkin, Grace. feel the tension of the clock very badly. Knowing that the economy is going to crash at midnight, and that I can't do anything with any of my supplies or money until then, is driving me crazy. I want to stock up on food immediately because I know what's coming. And I just can't. I just can't do that. I can't spend time. If I look at trash, it doesn't pause the game. So if I were to try to do that now, the man behind me will beat me to death.
Don't tell me that's not what you were expecting.
I know who stands before me. You're Artemy Burakh, aren't you? How lucky. We are hoping to gain your support. Well, that depends. Our family has big plans. The first of them has to do with your deceased father's inheritance. Well, hopefully your plans concur with mine.
Simon died on his own. That much is certain.
So Isidore has left you an inheritance. A questionable stroke of luck. He wasn't rich, I believe. Downright poor, I'd say, but it has nothing to do with my luck. I didn't mean the money. Knowing your esteemed father, I dare suggest that there's something else in his inheritance. It's the Burakh legacy, after all. The family's ritualistic tradition implies mostly something of a less material nature, doesn't it? How do you know that? It's a very small town. Get used to it. Except for those secrets that can cost someone their life, none remain secret for long. Something always seeps through. However, the traditions of the steppe are kept under lock and key more firmly than others. Good to hear. Speaking of tradition, I've always marveled at your Burakh's faithfulness to your duty. Seems to be sacred for all of you, especially when it has to do with debts. Oinon, a wise man, would never allow his dead to have outstanding debts. Where are you going with this? A simple analysis leads me to believe that you'll inherit something else, along with priceless knowledge, unique potions, and material possessions, of course. An obligation. A terrible one. What kind of obligation? A risky obligation. A dangerous one. So, if I were you, I would think twice before accepting that inheritance. Even though you're in a dire situation, you may find there's a venomous snake in that precious chest. No, I don't believe in avoiding obligations, and I won't ever leave my father beyond life's doorstep burdened with something I'm afraid to take on. So I thought, you are truly your father's son, and still, this weight could break your back. Do you know something that I don't, Master Vlad? Only that this burden broke your father's back the day before. I don't believe in this man-eater woman, I simply don't. I've heard that he'd given an oath he swore on the honor of his family, and that means on your honor as well. That was why he had called upon you, not because he was about to die. You know that for sure? No. These are simply my fragmentary observations. I am quite observant, you know, and the following analysis that allows to wrap it all up into a single logical picture. This is my version of what had happened. I commend your principles and courage, but I also feel sorry for you. Think about it. I thank you, but I have made up my mind already. That it?
It is easier to govern others than to prevent being governed.
Where can I find the tools and resources I need? Is You're not welcome in shops, are you? There is a way out. Try to get to know Bad Grief. Tell him your name. I'll be damned if he doesn't treat you with utmost respect. Who's Bad Grief? King of thieves, smuggler, counterfeit twirine maker. All in all, an exceptionally graceless specimen. But he does have his own principles, and he can be useful sometimes. Right now, he could be useful to you. Where is he hiding? His lair is at the northern warehouses. You be careful there, though. It's the bandits' domain, after all. Okay. So we're getting out the fence. Talk to Bad Grief and Notkin again. Mostly Notkin. We'll do Notkin first. Need to ask him about Isidore and let him know that Doghead isn't going to be around. Around on this side.
I see double or something.
Notkin, tell me please, did you see Isidore Burakh, my father, yesterday? Whoa, so that's with whom I have the honor. My apologies, sir, I had no idea. I thought you were a random tramp. So you already know he's been murdered, right? I do. Do you know how? Well, people are saying a demon of the steppe killed him. A shabnak. A man-eater made of bones, you know? Thing is, her claw was stuck in his chest when they found him. Well, not necessarily hers, but it was a monster's claw. Or a fang. A bone, anyway. What monster? Huge one. Claw the size of a man's elbow. Crooked bone snapped at its base. The rumor flew right away that a man-eater from the scary stories, the Shabnak deer, had come out of the steppe to punish us. When was the last time you saw him? Lads told me he'd returned from the steppe, so I went to visit him. He'd spent many days in the steppe this time, you know. I thought he might tell me something about the bulls, so there I went. But all I saw was smoke, and the stench was if someone was burning a blanket. Lights were on, but he wasn't there. He went to Simon, came back almost at dawn and chased me off. Chased you off? Stomping his feet even. Don't you even come close to me, he said. It was weird. He'd always been a kind old man. I thought maybe I'd done something wrong. Right afterwards, this Leica bastard caused all that mess, so I had to go back. I only heard about the claw in the morning. I haven't seen it myself. Are my nails really that long? Yeah, I've heard you've been falsely accused. People have been told to go catch Simon's murderer at the station. That was before the claw. Isidore hadn't been found yet. Then they declared that there was one murderer. Simon had been killed by a shabnak. Fine tangle, this whole business. But thank you, Notkin.
That big-seated doctor is no wimp. A dangerous type.
Anyone come around looking for me? Oh yes, there's been this smart aleck, pushy guy, spoke through his teeth. I catch this murderer, he said. I'll squeeze out his blood drop by drop since he's destroyed my whole life's happiness. Remarkable guy, not to be messed with. Love this. Great for Daniel. So he's looking for me. He is. Said there'll be no mercy when he finds you. Looks like he and Grief have set up some kind of trap for the murderer. Anyway, he said he'd off Simon's murderer before the day was out if it cost him his life. If he finds me before I find him, he said, it's a fatality. And vice versa. I think I'll go speak to this Grief of yours. Okay. Bad Grief, we had a rapport. You're setting up traps for me? Is Bachelor's money better than mine? does he just have more of it?
Feels like my stitches are popping.
What did I learn of Artie from the Bachelor playthrough? That he's a straight shooter, honorable man, capable of making a cure for the actual disease, but also kind of a freaky weirdo. Talks a lot about blood. Has anyone been asking about me around here? Yeah, one big cheese doc came by. Outsider. If he stays here, maybe I should make friends with him. He'd make a good replacement for old Isidore. But he'll leave for sure. He went looking for you, he did. All in a fury about it, too. In a fury and in a hurry. What did he say? He said he'd kill you. Dangerous bloke he is. A fop if I'd ever seen one. But there's something in his eye. I wouldn't cross him. Even with them fists of yours. Careful, mate. He's got himself hard fists, too, that bloke. I'm innocent. You tell him that, but he won't listen to you. One hard-fisted bloke he is, I can see that. No slow walks with that one. Where can I find him? Well, if you ain't afraid of him, then I'll tell you where to find the guy. He ain't no fool, that bloke. Got all warm and cozy at a sweet lady's place. There's one Ava in the town, up there in the stone yard. Maybe you can get your hands on him there. Hope he doesn't off you. You're looking to put us at odds, aren't you? Don't worry, I'll speak to him. And no one's going to die. Cool. None of these quests sound like they pay money. Alright, let's go complete that blood transfusion. Be done with this half of the town. Talk with Grace about what she talked to my father about. And I guess we head all the way back, looting as many trash cans as we can. Check around here one more time. .5 Plenty of time. Seven hours till midnight. At some point, it won't be regular townsfolk, but there will be bandits out. And that's gonna suck, but... And it's raining. Of course it is. Okay. Grace, you haven't let him bleed out yet, have you? Good, he's still squirming.
Why don't they bring anyone here? So quiet.
I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of new guests oh so soon. Here, I brought the blood, even though it cost me quite a lot. You've done a very good deed. I'll do my best to tell everyone about it. They listen, though.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, reputation at 50%. That's a close one, mate. Why didn't you finish me off? Did for myself, not for you. Words of an honest man. How can I repay you? Like, do you need anything of mine? I don't need his knife, I have a knife. Tell me who sent you. It sort of happened all by itself. Someone said that one of the rulers promised a reward for the killer. Don't know who it was, Kane or Fat Vlad maybe. So they sent us up to keep watch. Gonna wait for the train, they said, and when it comes, BAM! And he's out. Watch his smoke then. Why beat up someone who was getting off the train then? It was stupid of us. Didn't work out all that well. Sorry, mate. Yeah, it didn't work out at all. Could you go and tell everyone that the man with my features is not the killer? Yes. I'm not the killer. I'm their victim. Got it? That ain't hard at all. We'll spread the word all together. The truth will be restored in no time. Well, that's all I'm asking.
I think
Did the blood help? Yeah, I can't remember how you poured it in. Heart's beating all right.
they've fallen out of love. He is ruthless.
Grace doesn't have anything more to say about this door. Okay, so that done. This skipped, basically. I need to go to my father's house, which is not marked on the map. Somewhere around the bone stake lot. That was a big reputation spike, yes. Okay, I should be safe around town for the next couple hours. Let's do some rounds. Meet people. It is wild that my father's house is not marked on the map. Okay, let's run around. Meet people, collect trash. And tonight, morphine. Collect trash, go shopping. If I can sleep anywhere besides Capella's, I don't know it.
What's wrong with my eyes?
So this is what you look like. Harspex Oinon, heir to Warden Burakh, a Menku. Yes, I'm the eldest of my kin now.
Pins are sticking out of the pores of my skin.
I'm waiting for someone. We need to talk privately. I think I know who the visitor is. Okay, nothing from Aspity at the moment, but she is not outwardly hostile. These guys are not going to chase me in the street anymore. Nice. Big loop. We'll head all the way to Sticky. There's a butcher shop on the way. We buy the bone steak lot as well. Fuck. And now they're done chasing me, they're attacking random women in the street. Hooray. Fuck. Hey. I would like your smoked meat, please. Let's get all the fresh meat, too. On this way to the bone steak lot. Witness the same atrocities. Hey, there is not a woman being burned at the stake in Artemy's run. No bodies or anything. Okay. It was probably already all cleaned up then. I guess is what that means. This is Isidor's house. Well, well, what are you looking for, mate? I'd like to go inside. No can do. Lock's pretty strong, you see. Guys that are standing guard blocking off the termitary have taken the key away, so not possible. Blocking off the termitary. They tried to break out. Restless lot, you know. Tried to break out. Who did? None of your business, mate. Why are you here, then? We're hunting down the killer. Looks like a bull dressed in rawhide. They say it's the son of the poor victim man, and I'm starting to suspect it might be you, mate. It's not me. Oh, God. Ow, he's fast. Why is he fast? Alright, we duck into stickies for shelter. Christ almighty. Okay, fine. I will use the bandages to heal myself. Jesus. Sticky is not here. Great. Cool. Dope. Tight. Awesome. Love it. So anyway, what was that quest about? Guards with the keys to Isidor's house should be somewhere near the entrance, and I feel like I'm gonna have to stab them. Smoked meat, smoked fish. I don't have a lot that's worth a lot of money at the moment, except the morphine. You know what? Let's just sell the morphine. These must be the guys. Yeah. Who goes there? Freeze! Hey you, over here, swing it! Be quiet. Oh, okay, yep. They're just punching me. Interesting. Let us... They're just going to attack me right away, and there's 2 of them. I wonder... This is why I hit the shot first. A reputation loss for killing them. Bullet, key. 2 shotgun shells. Right. We run there. Yep, super casual, just snip snip. Thanks for the lungs. Oh, now he wants me. Ow. Frick, he's gonna kill me. Shoot. God, there's more? No, 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 no. Okay, I'm not infected. Not infected. Just really low on health now. Okay, we used up our tourniquets. Okay, Christ, is this done? Okay. Sticky?
Every Joker's one step away from being a goner.
What are you doing in my dead father's house?
Whoa, haven't seen you around here before. Are you a termitary dweller or something?
No, my name is Artemy Burakh.
My name is Sticky.
Nice to meet you.
What?
Hey, keep your hands off me. Don't you think anything funny? I ain't come here to steal or anything.
Well, so what are you doing here then?
I spent the night here. Seen so much stuff.
What did you see?
Well, nothing to write home about, really. I spent most of my time hiding inside that wardrobe. Old Isidore walked around a bit at first, and then he had a bunch of visitors. I've seen little, heard even less.
Tell me about that little.
Well, he just sat there brooding for a while, rattled and fiddled with some stuff. Poured some water or something, and someone really heavy came in. Isidore opened the door without asking, even though he used to always ask. Guy seemed like a step man to me. Had a harsh, low voice. Butcher, I'd say. Then it went all quiet.
What do you mean?
I was just sitting there for 2 hours or so, but I wasn't sleeping. I thought that he did fall asleep though. I started to get out, and there he was, lying on the floor, all dead. I wasn't scared, but then I saw something that made me crawl straight back in again. Didn't quite get what I saw though. Speak up. It was dark there, you know? The light died out. It was the guards who turned it on again later. But before that, there was someone else here. It looked very much like a woman. Or rather, I got a feeling it was a woman, but the silhouette was so shapeless. More like a spirit, not a human. What are you talking about? What spirit? I'm telling you, that thing had a woman's head, but the body was crude, a lump of a body, and she made no sound, as if she were gliding, not walking. Then those guys came in, started stomping around, looking around. They said a steppe creature was once again in the town, searching for food. A shabnack deer.
What was my father doing earlier?
Murky and I decided to watch him all night. After we found out he was back from the steppe, I spied after him all the way to his house, and then got in here. Before that, Murky had lost him at the station, near Vlad the Younger's though. You go ask her. She's probably sleeping now in her van.
Where did they take the body?
To the cemetery, perhaps. Ask Grace. But most likely he's been fed to the earth. Guards come mostly from the steppe, too. And you know what kind of rights they've got there. They won't have the earth waiting too long. Not for a warden. Let's see. Back to Grace. Jesus. Christmas? Okay. Okay, so this is where my father was murdered, that's where the kid hid. There's nothing else useful in this. Also, there was a whole bunch of rats that nearly ate me. Cool. That is a clothing shop. So I'm going this way. Strongly suspect no good is going to come of this. Well, let's check in on the rest of the important people around here. Your name is Peter, right?
Old bad Twirin makes your head wooden. Good.
Oh, I know you. Yeah, you're that salesman who used to sell me excellent drawing paper. Used to cut it wrong, though. You started from the wrong end. I thought you were dead, though. My brother killed you.
You are obviously delusional. Are you drunk or have you inhaled too much paint vapor?
Too bad I'm all out of potion. I would gladly share it with you otherwise. I can't live without it, you understand? It's totally out of the question. I'm too dangerous when I'm sober. I have to keep my mind chained. That's because I am Peter Stamatin, an architect of His Imperial Highness.
I am Burakh. Artemy Burakh.
Your face is fading away. Are you sick or something?
Just getting introductions done. Alright. I have not finished the main quest. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Probably talk to Grace again. And figure out what's happening with my father's body. Cool, can't even talk to Sabarov right now. Great, cool, dope, tight, awesome. Guess we're going back to Grace. We're just running back and forth across town. No big deal. Gimme that smoked meat. Fresh meat's expensive. I think I will do better checking other stores. There is still time left in the day. Interesting, I can see Anna today.
My hair is disheveled and coming out.
Who are you? I am Artemy Burakh. Oh, I know, you're that terrible killer who's everyone been after these days. The Ripper, that's who you are, right? I'm not a Ripper.
Yeah?
Okay, I didn't expect anything productive to really happen there, but, you know, since it let me in, I thought I'd check. We'll go to Grace and we'll finish the stream there. Here. Gimme that smoked meat. Thank you. Yep, this way. I kind of feel like I have failed today somehow. I really hope this clears everything up.
No. Changeling doesn't look like a creature made of bones and clay.
Grace, did you see my father Isidore Burakh yesterday? Oh, I did. I saw him return from the steppe. Have you talked to him? No, but I followed him. He entered his house, and then I felt that he was anxious, desperate even. He smelled of smoke. I didn't dare knock on the door, but peeked through the window. What did you see? I saw him take off his warm clothes, take them outside and burned them. Then he wiped his body with cloth, threw it on the floor and burned it as well. Then he got dressed and left. I followed him. I tried to call out for him quietly, but he didn't hear me. He arrived at the stone yard and knocked on Simon's door. They let him in. And then I went back. I stopped by at Murky's on my way to tell her old Isidore was back. Who is Murky? A girl, an orphan, like me. She lives in a carriage and doesn't really like to talk. Thank you, Grace. Cool. Murky. Murky was the last one to see my father on the night before he was murdered. Okay, I think we are going to save the game and stop there for today. It is 7:30. 4.5 hours to finish up anything I want to do today. It does not feel like enough. I guess that's just how we have to deal with it. Okay, we'll stop there, and we'll be back next week to continue Artemy Burakh's Tormentous Nightmare. It is a very different vibe, I agree. I feel like I lost so much time right at the start to prepare myself for what I know is coming. I cannot imagine starting as Artemy. Artemy is an option to start with. I can't imagine doing that right away. You won't know what to do at all. Alright, well, that is it. Thank you for joining me. Well, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Good night.